Okay, Rob here once again with Tri-Valley Luxury Homes. I'm here to give you a quick overview on purchasing a new home versus an old home. And I will be covering the most important things you need to know about before you do make this purchase. So if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Rob here once again, so let's go ahead and get started with buying new homes versus old homes. Let's jump right into this. I will be going over my list here that I have here in front of me. So anyhow, what you guys want to do is, if you're looking at new homes and you're looking at old ones and you're talking to your family members, your wife, whoever, and you can't really decide and you're trying to figure out what's best, this list here that I'm going to go over with you is actually going to help a whole lot. And if you're working with a real estate agent, of course, consult with your real estate agent and go ahead and ask him or her the best thing, but this is just my point of view, of course. And why me? I've been doing this a long time. I buy a lot of homes and I've been flipping homes actually since I was a kid. So I've seen it all. Anyhow, okay, number one, let's start with older homes first. If you guys are thinking about an older home, here's one of the things that you need to know about an older home. When you guys get into the older home, try to look at the home and try to determine what this home will actually need if you guys planning on moving in. Because if you're thinking of buying an older home that you're just gonna buy it, you're gonna move in, you're gonna close on it, and you're not gonna have to do any work on it, no, think again. There's a lot of stuff that normally is done when people buy older homes. So let's jump right into that list now. One of the reasons why people choose older homes versus new ones is sometimes they have a huge yard, or the style of the house, or the character of the house. It's just sometimes the way the homes just look. They look really awesome when they used to build them back in the olden days. Versus the new ones, they're kind of next to each other, yards are not that big, and so forth. But you can still find good sized yards in the newer homes. Okay, let's say you found an older home now, and now you have to fix a few things. One of the main things you're gonna have to fix is plumbing. And what I mean by plumbing is you can't just fix one pipe. You're probably gonna have to replumb the whole house. The reason why is they use an old pipe called galvanized pipe. If it has galvanized pipe, the inside of it, right inside, is gonna be so plugged up that you're not gonna get great water flow. So it's always good to repipe the whole house, including the main going out to the street. This is what always happens when you have to replumb an old home. Okay, one of the other things that you need to do when you buy an older home is you have to look at the electrical. If it's got a bunch of old wires and it has the old paneling system, you're gonna have to rip out all the electrical, the old panel, all that stuff, and rewire the whole entire house. You can't just do one part or one bedroom or something like that. That could cause a fire. So it's always good to make sure that you do it right by a professional that knows his stuff. Okay, so one of the other things that you're gonna have to do if you're looking at older homes is look at energy efficient. How energy efficient are these homes? The next thing you're probably gonna wanna have to change is the windows. All the windows in the entire house probably should be changed to make the home energy efficient. Now the next thing you can do to make your home energy efficient is check on the insulation. You might have to go through the whole entire house if you want the home to stay nice and warm in the winter, and if it's summertime, you want to make sure that you're keeping the heat out. Okay, one more thing you're going to have to look at if you're looking at older homes is your AC unit and the furnace. Always make sure the AC and the heating system is up to par. You might have to change the whole entire thing. On an average size home, it could run you anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000. Okay, on the older homes, let's not forget that we're going to have to look at large trees. If you have large trees around the home and they're very close to the home, it could have damaged the foundation. The roots can be going under the home, and this can become very expensive. Now, what about termites? If you're looking at older homes, you got to make sure you guys do not have termites. Okay, sometimes I will find some termites on some of the boards and might require to cut out some of the wood, or sometimes they even ask you to tent a home. Always make sure if somebody tells you to tent a home that you get a second opinion on that. Okay, on an older home also, if you're having a home inspection, always keep in mind that a lot of times the home inspector cannot see through walls. So they cannot find everything that is wrong with the home. They can only see what they see, and sometimes by poking around and do what they do, they can find other things wrong with the home. But a lot of times people buy homes and they say, oh my God, I did not know this was wrong with the home. My inspector did not catch that. Okay, we're still on the older homes, and let's not forget to check the roof. If you need a new roof, you're going to have to get one to make sure you don't have any leaks coming in. Of course, this could get expensive. So these are some of the things that occur when you're looking at an older home. Okay, we're still on the older homes, and one of the questions I get asked all the time is about asbestos. Asbestos is some really bad stuff. As you guys know, you can Google it to find out more information on asbestos. Now, where is asbestos found? In your flooring, popcorn ceilings, and it can be found in the walls. It can be wrapped around the pipes in your house, can be wrapped with the asbestos wrap. So there's quite a few things that you will find asbestos in. It could be everywhere. So please keep in mind, if you're thinking about buying an older home, make sure that the home inspector tries to find it as best as he can. Many older homes have it, many people deal with it, but if you're trying to stay away from that, go ahead and Google it. Okay, so hopefully I'm trying to cover the most important things on the older homes. I just want you guys to know that a lot of work will need to be done if you're trying to get the comforts of a new home. That's why I always say, if you want the comforts of a new home, go with the newer one. If you're going to purchase an older one, you're probably going to have to look at some of the things that I just talked about. One of the questions that I get asked all the time, well, I put all this money in my older home, it should be worth a lot more, and a lot more than my neighbor's home, and so on. The thing is, an appraiser is only going to give you appraised value for updated homes that are similar to yours in that area. Okay, so hopefully I've covered the most important things on the older homes, so let's try to go ahead and jump right into the newer ones. But before I do, I just want to say one last thing. If you guys are trying to get the comforts of a newer home in an older one and don't want to go through all the remodeling, renovations, then it's best to purchase a newer home. But now you guys know what you could be in for if you purchase an older home. So let's go ahead and check out the new ones now. Okay, let's take a look at why people are choosing the newer homes versus the old ones. Okay, number one could be the subdivision, much newer versus the older ones. Location also, and resale value on the newer homes is much higher than an older home. Okay, if you're looking at newer homes, many of them will have HOAs, which is a homeowners association. Now I will go over what a homeowners association is. It covers paint scheme. Like let's say you wanted to change the color of your home. Well, sometimes you can't. You have to get it approved by the homeowners association first. So if you're looking to have many rules in a subdivision that you just moved in, some people do like them. It makes the neighborhood nice and clean. Some people do not like them at all. So always make sure that you do look at all the rules and regulations on the HOA that you moved into on that subdivision. Okay, one of the best things about purchasing a newer home is they are energy efficient. Okay, this will save you a lot of money on your electrical bill. Now, many times when buying a newer home, some of the subdivisions will have small yards and big yards. So sometimes it's best to make sure that you're getting the correct size on a brand new home. If you purchase a home that's just a few years older, you will notice that the yards get bigger and bigger. Okay, let's talk about some of the best features that you'll find on your newer home. Of course, in a newer home, it's going to be energy efficient. I will refer to my list here so I don't miss anything. You're going to get your newer windows, dual pane, new plumbing, new roof, new electrical. There's no asbestos to be found. Peace of mind, of course. No foundation problems, and just so many other things that you will find, of course, when you purchase a brand new home. Now, if you're purchasing a home that's just a few years older, of course, get a home inspection on there just to make sure that everything's the way you guys want it. But keep in mind, some of the yards on a brand new home will be somewhat small. Some of them are big, depends on the subdivision that you guys choose. Now, if you choose an older home, of course, the older ones will be a little bit larger the older that you guys get. And here's some of the best features, again, about having a newer home versus an older one. When it comes time to update the home, let's say you just wanted to change some of the countertops or flooring or something like that, there's only going to be a few updates for you to really get this home super nice versus purchasing an old one where you have to go through the whole entire home. Okay, some of the best things about updating a newer home is you can get things done much faster. Let's say you wanted to update the countertops, change the floors, paint the walls. Those kind of things can be done reasonably fast. But if you wanted to remove a wall, of course, and do major renovation, of course it's going to take longer versus an older home. Of course, if you get into an older home, you can be there for weeks and weeks. But if you try to update a newer home, it could be done quite fast as long as you don't remove a bunch of walls and that sort of thing. Now let's say you're done with all the renovations on your newer home or brand new home. If you decided to update that even, please keep in mind the home value, resale value on your newer home is only going to be worth what active properties are going for in that area. Keep in mind an appraiser can tell you exactly what they're going for, but I just didn't want you to think that it's going to be worth much more than other homes just because you put in a few updates. It's going to be worth what other homes are going for that are similar to yours and updates. Okay, so if you decide to go with a newer home, you will have peace of mind versus going with an older home and not knowing what is behind some of those walls. Okay, if you have any questions on purchasing an older home versus a newer one, please feel free to contact us at any time. Okay, that's pretty much it, and I will see you guys on the next video.